Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Cullman Bearcats head basketball coach Stu Stuedeman. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome to our very first Cullman basketball edition of Coach Speak. Welcome in, Coach Stuedeman.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys giving us the platform. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun season, I believe.
Oh, yeah. It's always a great time of year with basketball.
Good deal. So before we get to the games, tell us a little bit about this team. What can we expect?
Our team, we're very young.
Okay.
Now we have 4 seniors who've been through the fire a little bit. We have 6 guys who've played a lot of varsity basketball.
Right.
But, you know, from 7 through 13, we got some babies on the team, like age-wise, not mental-wise.
Right.
They're learning fast, picking it up quick, and they're going to provide us some good depth. We play really hard. This group plays really hard. Probably the hardest playing team I've had since my first year.
Right.
They're very connected, and they're very passionate, enthusiastic about what they're doing.
Good.
It's been a great year so far, great start, great fall conditioning and all that stuff, and then great preseason practice, and then the season's gotten off to a really good start for us. So, I'm proud of them, and, we're not anywhere near where we need to be, but, we're where we're going. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, no doubt.
Good deal. So you mentioned the great start. You're 2-0 to begin the season. You got to love that. Let's talk about a couple of these games. First of all, you had Brewer, and they were here for the game, and you beat them 87-54. Pretty significant. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Brewer's a well-coached team. They're right from down the road. It was a great crowd, as always, here at Bearcat Arena. We pretty much sell out every night.
Yep.
And our guys really came ready to play. They played so hard. I think everyone was really proud of that. But the biggest thing I love that we had 23 assists on like 30-something made baskets.
Fantastic.
And, we rebounded like 75% of our misses. So
that's incredible.
Those are great stats for us that we kind of look at. Obviously we had to make a lot of corrections. Our pressure wasn't really the way we wanted it to be for that game. But if you're a finished product game one, you're in trouble. So
yes.
I was pleased with everything, and the players in the game who played, we played everybody. So we're actually shorthanded because we have a couple hurt, and then we had 2 at football.
Okay.
So we only had, we're a pressing team and only had, I think, 9 guys.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
It was an interesting deal. And we got a little bit of foul trouble. Things got tricky there in the third quarter. So, but we persevered and put on a good show, and I'm proud of it.
Well, good. So you mentioned everyone contributed, but who were some of the high scorers for the game?
Jake Duro, he had 24 points. He made 8 threes in the game. He's a senior for us.
Nice.
4-year varsity starter.
Very nice.
He's a rock. He had 5 assists as well, which gave him, we call it a superhero. If you get 5 rebounds or 5 assists in a game, you get a superhero toy. And
nice.
I gave him the Thanos toy because he's inevitable. He just shows up and he's going to do his job.
Yeah.
Brooks Lofton, who's a freshman for us, he had 16 points, 9 rebounds, just barely missing a double-double.
Wow.
I think we had all 5 starters in double figures. Gray Hopper had 12, Sam Duro had 11, and Evan Wilson had 16. I think, so we had a lot of production from our starters, and then I think everyone on the bench scored.
Wow.
So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we scored the ball really well and shot it really well, and had a good night.
Good deal. So your second game came this past Monday. You played Chelsea Hornets, and you bested them 76-57. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, Chelsea is Birmingham school, used to playing big-time teams.
Right.
Used to playing our style of basketball with, Mountain Brook and Vestavia kind of playing similar styles.
Yes, sir.
Used to playing good players, and last year they won their area tournament and went to the Sweet 16 in 7A.
Right.
This year they're dropping down, and their coach does a really good job, and they do a lot of stuff early on that if you're not locked in and really know what you're doing can really hurt you.
Yeah.
Especially in their press attacks. And one thing I was really pleased with is we scouted the press attacks, and our guys did a very good job pressuring them and wearing them down. And, you know,
Good.
The biggest thing I love about the game, though, they cut it to like 10 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And when we had been up 18-19, and our guys just responded. You know,
Good.
a lot of guys could go away, but they didn't. They responded, and we pushed it back up to 19.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah.
So who played well in this game?
Yeah, we had Evan Wilson again. He's a senior, 4-year guy on varsity. He had 16 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and no turnovers.
Okay.
So, you know, that's fantastic when you get that kind of production.
That's awesome.
Jake Duro, another big game, 6 of 10 from 3, 27 points, 5 assists. Gray Hopper, 16 points. And then fresh off the football field, one practice in, our quarterback, who's also plays a 3-guard for us, Preston Gay, came in and got like 11 and 5 steals. You know,
Right.
so like, he gives us another added dimension that, you know, we didn't have before. And really, again, everyone played, everyone contributed, and
Nice.
another 22 assist performance, another multiple, you know, double-digit offensive rebound game for us.
Yeah.
You know, it's just very pleased with it.
Good deal. So you got a couple of games coming up, and we're going to talk about those right after this message.
PrepsNet Coach Speak with Cullman High School head basketball coach Stu Stuedeman is proudly sponsored by Campus Traditions. Go Bearcats!
And we're back. Coach, this week you travel to Kate Duncan Smith DAR, but let's just call it DAR from here on. It's a long one. They are coming off a nice win against Fife. What do you expect to see from them?
They're really well coached. They shoot it incredibly well. I think they went 14 of 26 from 3 versus 5.
Wow.
That's really shooting it. And they're going to mix and match defenses, and it's going to be, you're going to have to think. We're not going to be able to just run up and down. They'll have an idea what they're doing versus pressure.
Right.
You know, it will. You're on the road, so it just everything that comes with that. You know, you never know what could happen on the road. So our guys are going to have to be mentally and physically competitive in the game.
Gotcha.
You know, they're used to playing. They played us last year over here. They're used to playing big time programs. They went to the Final Four last year.
Wow.
So this is going to be a tough challenge for a young ball club, and you know, hopefully our veteran players can kind of guide us, help us through it until those younger guys, you know, get the swing of things on the road. But it's going to be a good ball game. I expect us to play well, you know, and no matter where we are and who we're playing. So we got to guard the 3 ball, and we got to take care of the ball versus their zones, and we'll be all right.
Okay, good deal. So coming up this coming Tuesday, you host Hazel Green.
No, we go to them.
You go to them. I'm sorry. You go to them.
Yeah.
You go there, and the Trojans have dropped their first game. It was a close one to Sparkman by a score of 59-56. What do you expect to see from them?
Yeah, I watched the first quarter of their game. Usually don't move on to the next team until we finish who we play tonight. But watched the first quarter of their stuff this morning. Just athletic, well coached, run some stuff that's hard to guard. Our pressure has to really, really wear their handlers down. They're really quick and scatty.
Yeah.
We got to get into their legs and you know, just have poise and maturity and competitiveness on the road again.
Right.
You're playing another hostile environment. They had a great crowd for their game, and you know, we played them 3 years ago in the Sweet 16. So,
oh wow. Okay.
We're familiar with each other, and it's going to be a slugfest like they all are for us.
So, Coach, just summing up, you've had a great start to the season. You got to be feeling good about your guys, but you coming up these next few games, you've really got to bring your A game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know, we're never really playing our opponent. We're always playing ourselves.
Right.
So like, you know, we don't talk about wins and losses and area championships and state championships. We talk about becoming the best version of ourselves.
Right.
And we're getting there. You know, we're taking steps to becoming the best version of ourselves and reaching our potential. But the competition gets a little bit stiffer. No disrespect to the teams we've already played, but we amp it up here in November, and then our Thanksgiving tournament, and then December is a slugfest like it always is here.
Man.
And when you play here, you're going to work hard, but you're going to get to play against the best players in the state, best teams in the state year in and year out. So,
well, good deal.
I'm excited about it. I really love this team.
Good.
They're young and fun, so.
You can't ask for much more than that, can you?
No, you can't.
That's awesome.
I might be gray by the end of the year, but I hope I don't lose my
right. I gotcha.
My calmly tamed
the
hair.
coif.
Yeah,
the coif,
yeah,
as we call it.
Yeah, so.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate your time. That's the end of our first show, one of very many.
Yeah.
We appreciate your time, and we certainly appreciate yours. Watch us week in and week out for another Cullman version of Coach Speak.